the Matrix, in the Matrix, Matrix, and the Matrix inside the Matrix. I can lay bricks or I can take pics of Animatrix doing insane flips. I can fight an octopus in my Oculus. Ain't nobody stopping us. Go.
And that is the second pass coming from Oxygen Beats at our theme song. It's got a little bit more to do, but it's coming out pretty good. What do you think, Stealth?
That is jamming and will make a pretty groovy Beat Saber map. I've already said it publicly that I want to map it. And it might be my first publicly released Beat Saber map. So that'll
be pretty good. I thought you put out Rap God a while back.
Oh, no, I didn't do Rap God. I crunched Rap God out super fast before E3. It came out like 2 days before we had to leave for E3.
Yeah.
So I had to crunch a video out on that one super quick. But I didn't make that one.
Oh, here I am thinking you've been making Beat Saber maps. I've been telling tales out of school.
Yeah, I've made a couple, but I haven't released any.
Well, those of you may know at the end of the show that we don't have Hasko on the credits because we forced her to go to bed. She's been prolific, posting so much on the website that we could not get her to help us this week for the site. We're like, go to bed. You got headaches. You've been staying up too late. You're writing for 4 different websites. Get some rest, man. We need you live. We need you well. So all the best to Hasko, who I think actually is not sleeping and is probably playing Echo Combat right now because she can't help herself. But she needs she needed the time off, so we try to push her on vacation as much as we can, at least for this week. But right back to it because so much is happening that we have to get into it, and we have to get into it fast. Starting with Onward.
We got some cool Onward clips. You guys remember to send me Onward clips. Again, we had to attach a GoPro to my forehead, send me out onto the battlefield. There's bullets there, man. It's scary, and I'm not an Onward player. So send me those clips, but I did manage to get a couple on camera for you guys. Starting off with Verds of Blaze is going to run across the street with his riot shield and hit a sick air-bursted grenade cooked to perfection. Going to toss that one right across the street, and it's going to blow up right in the air to take out that Magnificent Bastards player. Incredible grenade. And coming up next, we have what is an incredibly lengthy snake through the grass, followed by this man taking his time playing on the iPad. Magnificent Bastards is going to try to finish out the round 4-0 on this upload link, but he's going to get distracted. He'll see a couple of PewDiePie videos appear on his homepage as he brings up YouTube.
I think he's playing Candy Crush.
Yeah, he also left a Sudoku puzzle. His grandma was using his iPad earlier. Didn't get that one quite finished out, so he's going to need to dial that in. Meanwhile, bullets flying everywhere. Hellfire doesn't even know that he's still sitting behind this red car, trying to figure out the formula for a right angle triangle. And he's eventually going to get it down and get the last 2 points that Magnificent Bastards needs, but not before he actually Google Maps where they're actually getting dinner tonight. And there we go. Magnificent Bastards with an unbelievably long uplink capture. And last up here, I'm not even sure how he does this, but one of these Blaze players is going to get gunned down. And there's Verds again with his signature riot shield. He's got a light machine gun or an assault rifle in his left hand, and he's going to turn this corner. I don't even know how he does this. Someone explain this to me. Shoots his man through the pallet, avenging his teammate, and then finishes the uplink through the wall much faster. No PewDiePie YouTube videos on this man's iPad. He made sure to get all those McAfee viruses off beforehand, and he gets the uplink quickly for the 4-1.
And so you're seeing a little bit of matches that were going on there. We actually also had some open rounds that were happening. It's very complicated, the structure to get to OC5 for Onward. They had their round robin open, which allowed any team ranked 14th or below to compete for their chance to climb their way to OC5. And that finished just recently with Blaze in rank 15th, taking one of the round robins, and Burning Chrome ranked 23rd, advancing as well. Now, we're going to get into what happens here. So Blaze is going to face off against the rank 8 team Mob Squad, then the rank 11 team Animal House, and the rank 12 team Legionnaires on the 18th. Be sure you tune in and catch that game. So much is happening this weekend. We do not have time to cover all of it, but that is something that is happening. So be sure to tune in. I think Lonely Viper and company will be hosting that one. You should be able to check it out on the VR Master League page to be able to see what's going on. But the top 2 of those teams will advance to the next stage. So, not to be outdone on this current stage, Burning Chrome, who was one of the round robin open. That's so hard to say.
Round robin open.
Yes, round robin open. They're facing off against rank 9 Silent Purge, rank 10 Phoenix, and rank 13 the Stone Cold Killers. And they'll be doing that on the 19th, and the top 2 of those teams will be, advance to the next stage. Then on the 24th and the 26th, just a little bit of ways away, those winners will face off against each other to see who gets the right to challenge the rank 3 and rank 3 team boss fight and rank 2 team, the beginners, for their spots at OC5. Now, it's not technically worded that way, but that's totally what it is. Number 2 and number 3, they have their spot at OC5, but there's a chance for people from the open and the lower ranked teams to come and try to take it from them. If they can. Take it if you dare. As you know, Globochem, they won the first UK Open. They're number 1 ranked, so they don't have to defend at all. They've got their spot. But
they could.
But boss fight and beginners have to defend their spots against people. But anybody can get in. That's the whole point. They leave it open. You don't have to be there whole season. Some SWAT team can come and take it from everybody. Although it doesn't appear that that's what's happening right now. So then on the 1st and 2nd of September, just kind of out of nowhere, we're going to have another UK Invitational, but this time with ranks 4 through 7, Lemon Squad, Danglers, G-Men, and SMC Tactical are going to duke it out for that 4th and final spot to get to OC5 World Champions, where they're going to compete with everyone else for $25,000 for first, $15,000 for second, $10,000 for third and fourth. That is a lot of money on the line.
More money than I have, for sure.
Oh, man. Speaking of money. Anyway, this season has been amazing. The new formats, they really allow anyone to compete kind of last minute. It's not just Armored. Like, you're seeing the same thing happen for Echo Arena with their open qualifiers. We're going to talk about that in a little bit. Unspoken also opened it up so anybody could jump in. So it's really nice that they're allowing people to do that. And I like that format because, like, first season, if you weren't there from the beginning, you weren't getting in, kind of. They had a couple opens here and there, but for the most part, it was just really tough. So we're going to move on to talk about Archangel. Archangel had their round 2 of their open tournament. So I think that makes 7 total for them right now. And the third round is happening right now as we speak. And this will allow them to establish who all their champions are going to be for the Tournament of Champions that has a date yet to be announced. But before we get into that, Berkeley F met me to talk about his previous win. He was the 1.5 of his team that won. And he's a streamer, kind of up and coming in VR streaming. So be sure to check out his channel. I'll talk about that a little bit more. But he walks me through some of his highlights in the game. All right, we're here with Berkeley F, watching them take these guys down. This is championship games that they were playing. Gets those lock-ons, lights them up, goes underground as his teammate drops the EMP. They run underground to escape it, thinking they can, and get lit up with a bunch of rockets to the face and no shield. And then he just flips around and decides, you know what, I might as well work on my hull integrity while I'm at it. Now, how many of these power combos do y'all have in your back pocket?
We have lots of power combos. We can go DFA, which just rains down missiles on them. We have the EMP, which takes away all their energy and does a little bit of damage. We can also go invincible and invisible to stop them from going after places and seeing us. And just a bunch of combos that we can do.
Yeah, the mix-up of light and heavy definitely gives you options. Well, speaking of options, right now, you push him into a wall. He forgets that it's as far back as he can go. And when he goes up against those rocks, you light him up and finish him off. Now, it's situational awareness, right? You need to know your space. I know you know where the health pickups are. I know you know where the energy is. But also keep a track of those walls when you're running away. How long did it take you to really get that spatial awareness down?
It took me about 3 months to get everything completely down and packed. At this point, I know the map inside and out. I could have my eyes closed and know where everything's at, even after they changed where some of the energies and stuff are.
Now, I've noticed this team makes more mistakes than most, so that made this a shorter match. But what's been your longest match so far?
My longest match has been about an hour long with Musketman, or I forget his in-game
Ginger
name.
Mod, yeah.
Yeah, Ginger Mod. And he really doesn't like playing against me because I'm always by a health pack whenever he's fighting me.
Now, I noticed you caught a bunch of rockets to the face here without your shield up. So that was a classic mistake, I think, on your part, but you got to get better at that shield rotation. We know Ginger Mod and Pesky are really good at it. How's your shield rotation practice coming?
My practice has been coming very well. Earlier, like a week or so ago, I kept on using the double shields, thinking I was only using one. Now I'm bouncing between one and the other, trying to make sure that they're always up and always have protection in case I get shot multiple times.
Well, right here towards the end of the match, you had one more kill to get, and then you just sort of lose your ability to actually just completely own these guys like you've been doing before that. You end up having to disengage and just fight someone else. Now, we see this a lot in esports. When you get close to winning, your brain kind of shuts down. Is that fair to say that that happened here as well?
Yeah, I think that's fair to say. We thought that the match was an assured win, so we kind of just shut down and started to play a little more casually. We should have just kept thinking that it was, we need 5 or 6 more kills to win, so our brains wouldn't completely potato, and we would finish the game a bit faster.
It's definitely important to make sure that you stay in the game the entire time and don't let yourself fall apart, especially if you're losing or even if you're winning. Either way, it can bring you down. Well, are you looking forward to the Tournament of Champions? You think you got a good shot?
I think that it's going to be a really tough tournament. Gingermod and Pesky, they're the ones that are going to have to be beaten. It's going to be incredibly difficult to win this game.
Well, I can't wait to see more from you guys. Thank you for talking to us, and we'll be happy to cover the Tournament of Champions when it comes down. I hope to see more videos from you. Where can people follow you on Twitch?
If they just go to Berkeley F on Twitch, I'm the only one there. So if they want to check me out, I'm streaming almost every day.
All right. Thanks again. We'll catch you next time.
Thanks for having me.
All right. That was Berkeley F teaching us a little bit about Archangel. That was a new format that we're trying for Archangel in order to try to figure out how to cover it. We still have no idea what we're doing when it comes to covering Archangel with the lack of spectator, and it's kind of hard to see exactly what it is you're doing. But when you're in the game, you can see this. It's a complicated thing, but it's an incredibly fun game to play. So don't let our sort of weak-esque coverage of it deter you from trying it. It's very fun to get in there. But the last open tournament's being played, so now you're just going to have to sit back and watch and see who wins that $2,000 that's on the line, and those 2 bomber jackets and the mech trophy. I can't wait to see what the mech trophy looks like. I only heard that there is a mech trophy, so they probably have it out on commission or something.
It's got to be heavy. That's the one requirement for that trophy, right? It's got to be a big, bulky thing.
Yeah. Well, speaking of bulky things, Pavlov, there's a segue for you.
Oh, we got a bulky amount of Pavlov highlights coming at you guys. Now, we did, again, attach a GoPro to me, and I had to go find all these clips. But send in your Pavlov clips, please. Pavlov is a game I'm a lot less afraid of running around on the battlefield for, though, because I'm a lot more familiar with it.
Plus, you got that helmet.
Oh, yeah. You buy a helmet. Hey, those helmets don't come free, but we get a sick throwing knife kill. We're on board with the leftovers, Genova 7, running around with his pistol. And if you guys remember back in the day, throwing knives used to come from the nipple, but right off the hip, gets the offhanded throwing knife kill. Unfortunately, he gets distracted by the really pretty and expensive P90 on the floor and gets gunned down for it. But moving on, we're also going to see a sick 3K. Unfortunately, going to get a team fire here as he tries to shoot this guy in the corner.
Never
Gets
walk in front
one,
of the teammate.
gets 2. Yeah, you got to watch out where your gun's pointing. Gets 3, and the defuse is going to come out. A sick 3K coming out from Scorch. A lot of Scorch clips coming out here because he streams, and it's easy for me to get clips.
And he's really good.
Oh, well, of course, that as well. In fact, we're going to talk to him in a little bit, kind of. And again, we got Scorched with an insanely fast round. He's going up against VRath, and they're just going to gun them down right there as they come through the tunnel. And that round's pretty much over. First bullet fired, last bullet fired, 5 seconds. Unbelievably quick round as they just completely stopped the opposition. And last up here, well, second to last up, this B rush works out incredibly well for Dream Team. Actually, upon reviewing this clip, they're down in economy right now. The other team does have guns. They're going to wipe 2. The only thing any of them bought this entire round was a grenade, I believe.
That's all you need.
Stealing other weapons. Yeah, this B rush came out super well. They already picked off 2 players from the Mafia. They're beginning to steal some of their weapons away. And they're going to come out of this round without losing a man. So they invested no money into it and then came out with the W, which is, for an economy round, the best possible thing that could happen right here. The AK going off doesn't quite secure the kill, but I'm sure he got a couple of hits right there.
Sometimes desperation makes for good plays.
We got this Mafia player trying to get a pick, but he doesn't notice Twitch in the corner. And the last 2 get picked off right there at the end. A great round by the Dream, who entered that one with pistols. And last up, we're going to get Scorch again in the 1v2 situation. All he has is a pistol. Unfortunately, his parents cut off his allowance, so he couldn't get anything more expensive. But look at that range. He lands 2 quick headshots to close out the round.
That's like 3 pixels.
Yeah, that was a great shot right there. Scorch is also pretty tall, so I find that in Pavlov, if you're a little taller, lining up those headshots, it's going to be a little bit easier. I'm only 6 feet tall, so I have to look up slightly, especially at Poonan, who's just like almost a full head taller than me. But that is going to be it, and we're going to go to an interview with multiple team leaders in the World Finals.
Chip, Stealth, who do we got here?
Oh, we got assorted members of Dream, VRATH, and the Reapers here today hanging out with me in this hot-ass desert.
That's right. Skez joined us from Reapers. Easy Rocket joined us from VRAP. And Locke backed up by the silent but deadly Scorch coming in from Dream. Now, we were supposed to have Raz Frazbataz come in from Voltron, but he came down with a bad case of the knife wound. So we're just going to come down to these guys. But 4 gold members are going to show us how this is going to go down. Now, Locke, I hear your team is favored to actually win. You're going up against the Reapers first. Tell me a little bit about how you think that's going to play out.
Tell you how it's not going to play out. A bunch of NA players bitching about ping. We're going to go in there and we're going to talk nan about their moms. We're going to say mean things and we're going to win.
So trash talk apparently is how it's done.
My mom is fatter than yours. Don't say that.
I mean, look, I wasn't going to say it, but you might want to get that looked at.
Well, Rocket. What about the EU? Now I know you guys have ping issues. What's gonna work for you guys?
It's fatness.
Well, I mean, we're going to use the ping issue to we're going to use it fully because we'll have that mini lag teleport for
Because it's all you got.
Peak. Oh, big words from someone who never switches up their tactics.
We don't have to switch it up because you can't stop it.
What about you,
We'll
Skez?
see about that.
Has your team been studying the tapes so that you can predict the team that is favored to beat you guys?
We've been doing map walkarounds. We've been learning pre-nades, flashes. Basically, we're going to fire all of you.
Nice little
Doesn't
stroll.
matter that you have good ping. Yeah. Like we jerk each
It's a
other off
good
and walk
time.
around. It's great. Yeah,
That's a good time. That's a good time.
So, mate, we point our dicks out. We just wave it around.
It's an interesting tactic, but I'm not entirely sure if it actually helps you win in match. Just like mom calling, I know tilting players in esports
shall
sometimes
see.
works. Speaking of tilting, Rocket's going to show us how to floss here. So, Locke, I see you brought Scorch for backup. Why? Did you think something's going to happen today?
I mean, it's the intimidation factor, right? I mean, look at that guy. You wouldn't fuck with him. They won't fuck with him. I'm invincible.
I mean,
Do
I'll fuck
something.
anyone, dude.
Step up. Step up.
Well, I'm not talking, but every time I play against Scorch in deathmatch, I regularly outbeat him.
You are the most polite, rude person ever.
Well,
I
thank
mean,
you.
come on, be mean. Fucking get in my face.
My penis is smaller than all
I
of
don't need
yours.
to be mean, but I got my skill.
Your penis is going to be
It is
sticking out.
really
When you're
hard
trying
to
to take
take.
cover. I'm just going to be shooting at yours. Your dicks are just going to be like hanging out the arch right here.
I
Easy
mean,
kills.
I mean,
That's
my
crazy.
dick does
Small
hang
penises.
around things
Right,
quite often. I can't help that. It's a medical condition. My doctor gives me a prescription for it. Thanks for bringing that up. Way to make it personal.
It's going to play to my advantage. Just saying. Not my problem.
It plays to my advantage too.
Rocket's already calling him out, saying that seeing the same thing over and over again is exactly how they're going to take him down, and they're going to use their lag wizardry to their advantage. Skez over here, though, seems to have some interesting ideas on how the Reapers are going to try to stay on top. You're not favored to win, though, Skez, so are you going to try to pull some kind of secret moves? What's going on?
We don't care that we're not favored to win. If we kill them, we plant bombs, we defuse bombs, we'll win.
He
And you
called
don't let
you
Gunner
not
play.
We
favored.
don't need the community favor.
I don't
don't
know,
need good ping
man. Have you heard of a kingmaker? Because that dude might get. You just said we're favored. He's a kingmaker. He's calling it right now. You got the Vegas odds on it or
That's
something?
the
You got
man with
something I
Pooh
don't?
in his name.
I do have a
He is-
lot of money on
in his
Voltron, actually.
Oh, why would you do that? Do you want to
Literally
just
has
throw your
feces.
money away?
His name.
Well, to lose, to lose,
come
to
on.
lose.
Come on. Oh, okay, yeah, that's fine then.
I mean, personally, I want to see an EU semifinal and an NA final, and that way the final can just be a shit show.
Well, we'll see how that plays out for them as we get this cooked up and ready to go. What about you, Rocket? Looks like you have a present for everybody.
Bye-bye.
What the fuck?
No friendly fire!
Well, it looks like we've that worked out a little bit better than expected. Alfredo, where can people see this match?
Yeah, so the match is going to go down. It's going to go down on my Twitch channel. It's going to go down on Alfredo in VR. That's the name of the Twitch channel. It's going to be going down this Sunday at 1600 UTC. That's noon time for the uninitiated Eastern time. So come join me over at Alfredo in VR. That's my Twitch channel. And I'm going to be doing some live commentary of the semifinals and the grand finals shortly after. Join me. It's going to be a blast.
We look forward to it. Well, that went a little better than expected, I think.
I'm down.
Stealth, I'm down at the end of that. I love it. We had a lot of fun shooting that.
I'm okay.
Well, it's Pavlov. We love those guys. That community works really well with us, always reaching out. And shout out to all those guys. We reached out to them last minute with that idea. We're just like, can we do this? And it took us a while to get a bunch of them in there. Raz Frasmataz was actually ready to do it, but at the end, he couldn't make it happen. The language was a little off kilter. We also had like somebody breathing heavy on the microphone. And then at the end, someone's dog was just barking repeatedly in the microphone. It's all about production value here at V Respawn, but still, I think that's fun hype video. But speaking of hype, let's talk about the round robin that completed that got these guys into the world final.
Dude, Dream made it in. Unbelievable. Dream, VRath, Arctic, and the Mafia made it in. But we're missing TNT from this list. I don't know what they were doing.
On the next list.
They're tripping over their toes. They're in Voltron's round robin bracket here, so that's going to be a little bit tough. But TNT, unfortunately, making it not in the.
I really thought they were favored to win. I thought they were going to get in there, and it didn't work out for them. But what are you going to do, right?
Well, the World Finals is on the 19th. There are a lot of things going on this weekend in VR esports. But if you're interested in the Pavlov World
much to
Finals,
watch.
that is on the 19th. They got some prizes too. VRML exclusive mag tubes from ProTube VR. I know Poonanners uses ProTube tubes.
Yes, I use a ProTube, but I don't have
stability.
I don't have their exclusive just for VR Master League tubes. I don't have those. I just have like the regular old red ones.
Yeah, so those are fancy. Pro tubes are also pretty pricey, so that's a huge grab. And then any two Vive accessories and facial interface and foam kits from VR cover. I like me VR covers, the little leather thingies. I'm actually going to be taking one
I've
to
got
the
so many of them
tomorrow. Yeah, those things are super helpful. I got two of them. I got one in a bag ready to go.
If you play VR esports, you can't live without them. We are not sponsored by VR cover. We're actually just telling you that we like it, but we're not saying we don't want to be sponsored by VR cover. Just putting that out there.
VR cover, hit me up. I use other stuff for Rift and Vive.
Yeah,
fantastic. Oh, we got this next game coming up that neither me nor Poonanners plays ever.
Echo Arena.
I have no idea what this game is. I've actually been playing lately. Actually playing Arena.
Yeah, we got some games in the other day. I mean, I've been playing for a while, but Stealth wanted to play some more. He hadn't played in a while. He just, kind of got started early in the beta and didn't really come back. He was waiting for combat, but he decided he was going to play some more. Yeah, right. And Pavlov especially. So he decided to come play some with me, and I was able to get his skills up so fast that somebody accused him of being a level 50 Smurf.
So, I'm legitimately level 7. I'm on the Stealth Shampoo Oculus Home account. I'm actually level 7.
Yeah, the guy who was mad at you, I think, was like a level 50 as well. Like, he was real high level, and he was calling you a level 50 Smurf. I'm like, what? All right.
I mean, I do watch a lot of the games, so I'm probably a little more knowledgeable than the average level 7, but I'm not actually level 50. I don't have the arms for it. I've never done it as a kid.
What made him real mad was I'd flung the disc like wildly at you because I'm terrible at passing. And it just happened to come in the right direction, and you just happened to be in a good position to just like straight up dunk it or something. It was a series of luck, like lots of luck just worked out. Of all the different times we tried passing and making plays and getting 3-pointers and stuff like that, nothing worked. And that one thing worked. And he's like, level 50 Smurfs. And we're like, all right.
It was luck and low ping, man. But we got some cool Pavlov highlights. We had a lot of Pavlov stuff happen. Last chance qualifiers, the stage 3 finals. We got some highlights for you guys coming up now.
We got 11.5 versus Eclipse trying to go down toe-to-toe. They're about to end the match, but no, bam! Simeon tries to stop it at the goal and can't stop it. It goes in, and it's going to go into overtime, but, it didn't stop there. Eclipse ended up winning that match anyway, because, Joust is next, and nobody beats Eclipse off the Joust. Except for that one time we saw 11.5 actually drop in that headbutt on the Joust. That was pretty good. But
0.26.
Not to be outdone, we got this sick ramp shot coming up. Now, I can't believe this is on purpose. It looks more like it's going to be a bounce pass, but bam, it just goes right in. It feels on purpose. It looked on purpose, but at the same time, that's where you clear from. I don't know what to say, so please let us know when we see something that glorious. We can't help but pull the clip. Not to be outdone, we see Ryan of the Team Joker. Previously, There Is No Try, doing this 3-point from almost half court, pretty much Boop style right there, right through the mail slot. Really love these guys. Young team, 13 and 14-year-old players on Team Joker, earning their spots to compete in the world qualifier matches. So really exciting to watch those guys. We'll talk more about how the qualifiers are going to work after this very short highlight that Stealth was able to pick out for us. I want to highlight an interview.
I don't want to say all the stage finals don't really matter, but they don't. We got the biggest tournament of the season next week. I feel like we're poised and ready to fucking handle business.
All right.
I still think we're the best team. I think that we have the best mindset, the best plays, the best passing. We just gotta play our game, and I think we'll be all right. The goal is obviously to qualify for OC5, and that's really all that matters at this point.
We also have the best humility.
That's true.
Absolutely. I think this week, like, if the tournament goes exactly how it goes this week, I think that's the best case scenario for North America.
Look at these high-level boys.
Yeah.
So
honestly, like, it sounds conceited, but I want the best 2 teams to go to World Finals because that's like it's a LAN event. Everybody there is going to be super into VR. I want to have the highest level matches possible, and I think us in 11.5. I think we play some great fucking.
I think Metamerx is going to show up anyway because I know we're flying out. Fair enough.
Lots of people are. I know I'm showing up on that.
Oh, it's gonna be a good party.
So,
Yeah,
it's gonna be
the
awesome.
only way I attend that party is if we qualify.
Yeah, dude, no joke. We're putting V Respawn's putting down some serious money for a party, so hopefully we can get it figured out.
But yeah.
And by V Respawn, I mean like mostly Poonanners. I'll buy drinks.
Yeah.
But GG guys.
Hey, thanks for casting.
Yeah, someone had to do it, and Poonanners is creating children. Or something. Or maybe he's at a children creation party. I don't know how that works.
I think okay, like let's be. That could mean a lot of things. One of them very obvious.
Yeah, I know it can mean a lot of things.
I think his wife is currently pregnant and going through that process.
She is creating a child. Yeah. His job is done.
It's quite a process. I know. Trust me.
Yeah. Simeon, you're the one you're the one without an OC4 title, right?
Yeah, my team won second place at OC4.
Oh yeah, that's right. So you're looking to get your OC5 championship title here finally.
OC5. I want a world title. This one. It sounds this championship is for me.
I think World Finals is going to be awesome, but from a competitive aspect, I think nothing's going to top Leicester this year. We had 4 teams from both sides. It meant that there was no bullshit, and everybody who deserved to be there showed up. Everybody was able to play their matches. We've got some sick fucking matches.
Hell yeah, we did.
It's really a shame that it's only 2 teams from each region because, like,
It really is.
I think that
You look at a team like Mercs, like they absolutely deserve to be in this tournament. Like they absolutely deserve to be.
Yeah.
they should have a shot at winning.
But if everything goes scripted, they're not going to get to go. So I mean, it's just kind of sad that it's only 2 teams.
Yeah.
And I think that like it's been interesting with NE Plus Ultra. I think they've been making a solid case to be 4th place. And like if you're 4th, you make it to LAN. So like not having the same opportunity to have 4 teams going, I think that just really bugs me.
Hey guys, look, we have a fan. We have a fan.
Hey.
Holy shit.
Oh, so now that we're back, just a little correction. We're not flying fair enough out. He lives in Portland, Oregon. He's probably just going to drive down or catch, I think he's like $40 for a...
Flying Strabitsky.
Strabitsky we're flying
No,
out,
fair enough,
and
yeah.
Sealable Bag we're flying out, as well as Hasco. So we're going to see all them. We want more Hawaiian shirts. We want more Canadians, man. They're a lot of fun. Another thing to keep in mind, right there, there's a lot of trailing discussion. Players are a little upset that it's only going to be 4 people, not 8 teams. I mean, 4 teams, not 8 teams. And obviously, language issues. But what are you going to do? We're a free show here. No one's watching us. But when they do start watching us, we may have to like clean it up a little bit. Somebody has to get on the censor button. But now we're going to talk about
crew.
what happened in those matches, the Stage 3 finals. We saw Eclipse marched all the way down. They marched down again to 11.5. It actually ended up going that Eclipse beat them, knocked it down to lower bracket, and they came right back and they won. And they decided to enter in hilarious points to be silly, but it was a very, very close match as evidenced by what we saw from Stealth Shampoo that came down to that last point and then overtime. I heard you
they won it,
screaming on
though.
the mic when I came back from the I came back from the baby shower right as that was happening, and I was like, "What I miss?"
Just flew it right into his own goal. He couldn't let go of it. 0.26 seconds, but they got it back in overtime. Eclipse told me that this is exactly what they want to happen.
Yeah, that'd be
World
great.
Qualifiers.
Absolutely
Eclipse
great.
1.5.
I think
in
there's
the
a high
finals.
likelihood because you're seeing all the EU teams sort of be all over the place. So in the stage 3 finals for the EU, we had Team Gravity march all the way down and take it. Aftershock come on down and face them. They got knocked down to the lower bracket, came back and fought them again and were taken down handily. Now, Blast did not perform well at all this time. And I was like, what happened? I went and clicked on the team, and it turns out Boop wasn't even playing because he was having like internet issues. I don't know. And they had Finity sub in for them. But it doesn't matter how good your third player is when you sub out. If you're not used to playing together as a team, it can be very problematic. So it did not work out for them. But they will still be able to make it to the World Qualifiers that are happening this weekend, which we'll get into a little bit more. So coming up to the last chance qualifiers, this is where anybody could join up pretty much and see if they could fight for those 2 spots, the 2 last spots to get into the World Qualifier. Because the way it worked was stage 1 finals, the top 2 teams got in to World Qualifiers. Then stage 2 finals, the top 2 teams that were not already qualified got qualified. Then stage 3 finals, the top 2 teams that were not already qualified. And then you need another 2 teams to round it out for 8. So they had this last chance qualifier. And Team Joker, the kids that I love, Rhino and his buddies just running it on down and it ended up taking the match. But then Atlas comes back out of the losers bracket and beats them twice, and they reset the bracket. I couldn't believe that happened. They talked about it ahead of time. They were like, hey, we want to be able to play, we want the favorable seeding so that we're going to go up against 11.5 because we scrim them, so we know how to play them. You can play Eclipse. You've beat them before, right? And there's lots of laughs to be had on that one. They're basically fighting for the privilege to be destroyed by, who's going to be destroyed by 11.5 and Eclipse. Now, I know that that's like a taboo to say that, but yeah, that's probably what's going to happen. However, we do love our good upsets. And as you saw for those players, like they're upset that only 4 teams are going instead of 8. That's another one of those things that would upset them if Eclipse and 11.5 somehow got shut out in an online tournament. But they did say recently that they're going to go best of 5 for a lot of the matches to make sure that it's fair as fair can be. So there are a lot of rules being sussed out for the World Finals, just even today. So over in Europe, it was a bunch of teams that I did not know and a few that I did. Team Telepathy, that's Finity's new team that she's on. And they were able to march down and take it. As you could tell from the listings, they got knocked down to the lower bracket. They came back against Smash Dash, were able to win. So Smash Dash and Team Telepathy were able to earn their spots in the World Qualifier. So for those of you keeping track at home, you have Atlas, who won, and the second place finisher was Team Joker. That allows them to advance to World Qualifier against Eclipse, 11.5, Metamercs, Omegators, NE plus Ultra, we just call them Ultra, and Team Velocity, ranked pretty much in that order. EU Last Chance Qualifier had Team Telepathy and the second place finisher, Smash Dash, advanced to the World Qualifier with Team Gravity, Aftershock, Blast, Backlash, Gamma, and Team Flux, pretty much in that order. So, we're going to see some good matches from the NA. We may see some pretty good matches from the EU. I mean, a lot of stuff is changing over there. Lots of shakeups in the EU, which is another reason why the NA teams are kind of mad, especially about Metamercs not going to be at the final. Well, they're expecting not to be. They still have a chance. But they're kind of upset about that because they feel like North America has 3 incredibly strong teams, and Europe had a strong team, and they sort of jumbled up. But I think with the addition of Affaterra onto Gravity, I think they're going to shock the North Americans about how strong they are. I think they might shock people, so we'll see. We'll see how that works out. Those World Qualifiers are going to happen on the 19th, along with everything else happening this weekend, where the top 2 from each region will earn their spot at OC5, and they're shot at 18K for first, 10K for second, 6K for third, and 4K for fourth. Moving on to Nikki's favorite game, The Unspoken.
I was actually ranked number 20th in the Unspoken way back in the day. Not even relevant, but I did play in a couple tournaments. So some cool stuff is happening with the Unspoken. The NA Last Chance Qualifiers saw Vidman coming back out from the lower bracket to beat Saber. All of these people, well, I'm not going to say all of them. I recognize a lot of them from Season 1. Thravex, Super Joshua, Saber.
Oh, it's
Vidman,
all the names
of course,
you know,
wins
man.
it out. Yeah.
And then a bunch you don't.
Coming out. Yeah, a lot of people coming out in the semifinals are basically the ones from season 1. Basically, everyone who lost in the quarterfinals is new. Everyone in the semifinals is a veteran. And then Vidman came out to win it all, even coming out of the losers bracket after getting knocked down there.
Yeah, but it's, multiple people are going to end up going to the world finals. So that's Vidman and Saber that got to the world qualifier, so that they're going to go into the world qualifier against Charizard, Getsu, Rukafelth, John, Super Josh, and Thavix. Moving on to the EU group. Yeah, all the top dogs.
They're the veterans.
Yeah. So moving on to the
EU.
Europe, we had a bunch of names we did not even know.
I'll be honest, I don't know who any of these people are. Not like any disrespect saying that they're bad at the game, but they are all brand new people because Europe is a lot less populated as far as top tier unspoken players.
Mm-hmm.
But D-Dragon 44 2-0'd everyone, and I don't even know how to pronounce this guy's name. I'm going to call him Tho. Tho got second.
Yes, and as a result of this match, they were able to earn their right to make it into the world qualifier. With Furball and Welby actually advanced. I think they didn't have enough people. Maybe they were taking top 4. I'm not entirely sure that worked out. But they're going to go up against Flush Go-Go, Yawning Soldier, Derval, and FF, also known as Flying Fox. Those are the top dogs. Flying Fox is one of the oldest top dogs, like whirled around. The very beginning, Flying Fox was the dangerous one.
He's like a Thavex. I keep calling him Thavex, Thravex, but he's a Thavex like that old.
Yeah. He's been around for a bit. And he slipped in his old age. He's one of those players that started getting taken out by other ones. The world qualifiers are on the 18th, where the top 2 teams from each region will end up advancing to OC5 for their shot at $5,000 for first, $3,000 for second, and $2,000 for third, with $1,250 coming at fourth. Everybody gets some money. Speaking of everybody who's getting that money, Sprint Vector not having a world qualifier. They're just they are having a world qualifier, but they're not having an open. That's what it is.
So there's an NAEU Steam World Qualifier on the 17th. Is that literally the day this goes live? It is the day this goes live.
All of the, so you have the North American, the European, and Steam. They're all doing the world qualifiers the same day. But if you remember from our last episode, it was they're taking the top 5 from North America, top 3 from EU, and top 1 from Steam to advance to OC5 for their chance at $3,000 for first place, $2,000 for second, $1,750 for third, and $1,500 for fourth. Getting paid to play video games, getting paid to run fast, or in this case, getting paid to money hop. Now, our money's on Stody, I believe, for first.
Yep, Stody and Katie dead.
And it's anybody else's.
Raz.
I can't remember if it's Raz, Fraz, Mataz. I think that's
Raz Fraz has the Pavlov play. It's Raz something.
Fraz. I can't remember.
Raz Fraz Mataz is the Pavlov player.
Yeah, but he has a name like that.
Stody's getting $3,000. Raz is getting $2,000. Katie Dead's maybe getting $1,750.
Maybe. Yeah. She did say she was able to get that win that we talked about for Mr. East League by running backwards the whole way. So still anybody's game, and she's learning to bunny hop right now. Not excited about it, but she might do it either way. At least for the North American World Qualifiers, we should get some good video from Katie. So on to Nikki's other favorite game, Beat Saber.
This is the game I've been playing the most. I've been practicing for the tournament for quite a while, and we are going to talk about, first off, the Shrek tournament. You guys may have seen some we're talking million subscriber YouTubers actually playing the Shrek map, but the Shrek tournament went out. You had a limited amount of time to play and then get your scores submitted. In first place, Kyle 1413 with 9 million. There's no commas here. 85,543 points. To put it in perspective, the max score for typical like Beat Saber like Escape, for example, I think is like 350,000. The Shrek map is over 9 million points.
And was it Through the Fire and Flames is 2 million on Expert, right?
Something like that. Yeah. The Shrek map is over 80 minutes long. It's gotten major news coverage on, I think I saw a GameSpot article or something like that. IGN, I could be wrong, but
are people 100% comboing it?
I don't know if anyone full comboed it because it's just so long and so taxing. But Kyle was in first. Logan came in second, only 10,000 points down.
Oh, that stinks.
And then Tammy Maddie, 14,000 points below. Tammy Maddie is currently ranked number 1 on ScoreSaber. Tammy Maddie came in third place. So
she'll try again.
Absolutely bananas that 153 people competed in this tournament. I can't find an hour and a half of my time to play the Shrek map.
Hey, Beat Saber players know fun when they see it.
Major respect to these guys. I like the first Shrek movie, but not that much, to be honest. Although I might do it one day. I've kept myself spoiler free. The Val Beat Saber tournament, the VR Athletics League or the Virtual Athletics League tournament is today. Literally right now, it's taking place August 17th at 5 p.m. PST, August 18th at 5 p.m. PST. We say that because some of you
Those
guys
numbers aren't right. Oh wait, we crossed
I got
the
that from
day.
Discord.
We crossed midnight, or I did anyway.
Yeah. So it is taking place 5 p.m. to 5 p.m., 17th to 18th. I will be at Flipped Out Gaming in Daly City. Daly City is the city south of San Francisco. If you guys are going to be there, come say what's up. And Poonaires is going to Studio VR in Houston and doing some shoutcasting.
Yeah. They some buddies in mine from the local VR group. They reached out to me. They're like, "Hey, can you come do some commentary for us?" I was like, "I'm not doing anything. Let's do it."
Yeah, so it is going to be a really fun tournament. I hope to see some of you guys there. There is word. I'm not going to say 100%, but I think Giant Sox is coming with me from Live, and it should be pretty fun. Come say what is up. I'm going to Flipped Out Gaming. Not too far out of the way from me. I do want to mention, though, that I gave some stats last week saying that you needed to hit 90% if you wanted to place top 5. 90% of top score. I'm not talking full combo. I'm not saying hit 90% of the notes.
Always full combo.
I'm saying you have to hit a maximum note strike is 110. You have to hit every single note for 105 because I've gotten reports that the top players are 96 to 97% of max score of the song.
That ain't even right.
I'm scrubbing it down at 93, and the top players are at 96, 97. So if you want that vibe for first place, you got to be hitting every single note for over 100 points. And if you want to place top 5, you got to be well over 95%.
You're only going to get so many tries, and they have to do it on arcade equipment. So those numbers might come down.
Yeah, I don't think I'll be able to land top 5, honestly.
Yeah, you stayed up all night trying to do it, right?
I'm not even playing Escape and $100 bills just because I don't want to go insane playing those songs over and over. I'm trying like Freedom Dive and crazy stuff like that. But Beat Saber tournament, come say what's up if you are around in San Francisco. The 2nd through 6th place players are getting $100. And if you don't play Beat Saber or you can't find an arcade near you, go watch at twitch.tv/ValVR_esports. It's VALVR_esports. And Tribe XR is giving away a Vive on that channel. So head over there and win yourself a Vive if you want.
And if you want to know what arcade near you is playing it, you can find our post for International Beat Saber Tournament and the world record tournament, so to speak, on our website, vrespawn.com. There is an interactive map that Haskell put together, and keeps in touch with all the arcades as they come up to it. So it's easy to find an arcade near you. I used it myself because I was like, wait, where is Studio VR again? Ah, there it is.
I had to use it too. Haskell actually I was going to go so far out of my way, like drive 2 hours to go to an arcade, but Haskell just pinned something on the map. I just so happened to check it out. And so Haskell saved me too. If you guys are going to compete, really warm up your wrists because my stats from last week were too conservative. You got to be killing it to place top 5 in this tournament.
Yep.
Top
So
6.
speaking of tournaments and ones that don't even have a tournament yet, Echo Combat in beta right now. I love Echo Combat. We are hyped for it. A lot of the unspoken players are currently playing it to get better for it. They've been taking my words, heeding them, so to speak. Like I've been telling you every week that you need to get in on those Echo Combat betas. You need to start grabbing who you want to be on your team. Right now, you can't play private matches, but it doesn't matter. You got to get those people because this game's going to come out of nowhere. They're going to release it, probably give us almost no notice, and then almost like right after it's released, they'll be like, and the tournament's coming up. Here comes Echo Combat Tournament. Get and build your team right now. So you want to be jumping on it. I've noticed with each of these tournaments that come up with these new games that the teams that get on top and start winning consistently are the ones that had at least one guy that initially thought, I have to grab the best players right away as soon as the announcement is made. And they're there. They ask first. They build the best team. They put all the Jordans on one team, and that just seals the deal for them.
Exactly. I actually I played 3 rounds right before the show, and I ran into Getsu, who's teaming up with Charizard, both unspoken players. Getsu, the EM main, the only guy left playing EM. So I hope to see those guys killing it in Echo Combat. But go float around the lobby. There's a social lobby. You can talk around, find some people. The scoreboard works now. In this beta, the scoreboard actually shows kills.
There you go.
So go recruit the guy with the top kills on the other team. You know?
They've also added a bunch of stuff. They got the shield right in there now. Do they have the shield?
Yeah, the shield is there. You can carry that around and then place it, and then grenades go through it, like the stun grenade, which I'm really liking. Instead of exploding in an area, it travels straight and will stun anyone whose head it touches. So go check out all that gear in the Echo Combat Beta. It is live now. Don't miss out.
Ain't nobody stopping us.
Ain't nobody stopping us, indeed. I mean, Rand Poonanders bringing noises on the microphone with my man bringing the hype. Stealth Shampoo. Special shout out to Chris A. Brown doing our associate production today. He actually put together a lot of the images. That's why a lot of our scoreboards and standings look way better than they ever have. Oxygen Beats, again, the one to put together the music for us, so be sure to reach out to him if for all of your music needs. As you can see, Haska's not listed because he forced her to take a nap. But she'll be back next week, as well as being out to OC5. We're flying her out there and putting her up. Be sure to check us out on VRespawn.com and at VRespawn on Twitter, as well as every one of our other social areas. Make sure you send us a tweet. Make sure you send us your highlights. Reach out to Stealth Shampoo. Reach out to me. We'll come to your event. We love helping people out. We love getting people excited about VR esports. Isn't that right, Nikki?
Oh yeah, VR esports is the future of video games. Be sure you guys send me those clips though for Onward, because those are hard for me to get. People shoot at me.
Yeah. Well, gotta do what you gotta do.